So we will start in another 3 to 4 minutes. So please stay tuned. So a lot of people are actually joining. So just allow us a minute. As I see, numbers are increasing. So I think we should start hopefully within a minute. Thank you. I think we can start. A very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Nitin Garg, and I am one of the directors with Invest Advice Wealth Management. The topic that we are going to discuss today, it is something very, very close to my heart. I have been traveling outside India as part of our business since last 8 years. And during this phase, I have had the opportunity to interact with several NRI clients. Ab, whenever we met, one question that always remained topmost in my mind was, how can I help all the people with their financial goals? मतलब कैसे हम उनको अपने goals identify, execute करने में help कर सकते हैं? How can we help them to align their savings towards the goals that have the highest priority? मतलब आज की तारीख में अगर हम बात करें तो हम सबके लिए बच्चों की पढ़ाई, education goals, their marriage goals, retirement goals, they are the highest priority for us. But अमूमन we don't understand कि how we can do it in a systematic, orderly way. So from that reason, I'm very, very excited about today's session where we will all discuss as to why it is so important to park funds that can generate a sustainable long-term income, which is secured, which is guaranteed, and which doesn't have any tax liability. So I really want to thank you all for taking time out for this session, because I believe this half an hour that we have spent for ourselves, it can help us in a long way to plan our goals. If I talk about my background, so during my corporate years when I was in IT, so I was in United Kingdom for several years. And while I was saving a very decent amount, I wasn't really sure where to park this. I'm sure कि काफी लोगों के साथ ऐसा होता है कि we're saving the funds, but we don't really know where to park those funds. And unfortunately, even in my case, there was no guidance available. Hence, most of these funds went into stock market. It went into real estate. I have nothing against real estate or equity markets per se, but I think it is important that we also balance our portfolio by including traditional savings plan, which in fact have become very very important given the uncertainty that surrounds us. और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो uncertainty that we are facing now, it is going to be a standard going forward. So we have to accept and move on with it. अभी लास्ट वीक मैं अपने क्लाइंट से बात कर रहा था कतर में, एंड आई वाज क्रिएटिंग हिज फाइनेंशियल गोल्स पोर्टफोलियो. एंड जब जब हम सेविंग्स की बात कर रहे थे, फाइनेंशियल एनालिसिस की, so the client felt, even after so many years staying in outside India and saving, there was nothing to show in terms of liquidity or assets. अब अनफॉर्चुनेटली जो है, दिस सिचुएशन इज नॉट, आई थिंक जब मैं बात करता हूँ तो आई सी दैट मेनी एनआरआई क्लाइंट्स आर गोइंग थ्रू द सिमिलर सिचुएशंस, मोस्ट रेजिडेंट्स एज वेल एज एनआरआई क्लाइंट्स. और जो हम ये सेशन कर रहे हैं, द आइडिया इज टू हेल्प एजुकेट यू ऑन सेफ एंड सिक्योर ऑप्शंस. तो आई विल ऑल्सो बी हैप्पी टू कनेक्ट विद यू इंडिविजुअली, क्योंकि जैसे मैंने कहा कि वी ऑल्सो क्रिएट फाइनेंशियल गोल्स पोर्टफोलियो फॉर यू एंड एनीवन हु नीड्स इट, कि कैसे चैनलाइज करना है, कैसे अपने गोल्स प्लान करने हैं. And all this service that we are offering is free of charge. So please feel free to connect with us. In fact, post this webinar, we'll connect with you individually also. Now, before we start the session, I would like to just set some ground rules here. So first is that the session will be approximately 30 to 40 minutes, and I'm so sorry about it. The technology is not the best friend, so I got lost the connection. So I was just introducing Mr. Sanjay Saxena to you. Sanjay Saxena is an industry veteran, and he's been working with Max Insurance as a head of training. So Sanjay sir, thanks for joining, and over to you. You can continue with the session.
Okay, thank you so much. So Nitinji, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, great. So thank you so much. I would prefer to keep my video switched off. The reason being that the bandwidth issues are always there, so that we don't get disconnected in between. Would that be fine, Nitinji?
Yes, sir, that's absolutely fine. Please go ahead.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so a very good afternoon to all of you, the esteemed customers, the esteemed clients on this call. So I'm really happy to share this presentation with all of you, and hopefully by the end of this half an hour to 40-minute session, we would be in a better position to understand that why is it very, very important for us to safeguard money that all of you are earning at this point of time sitting in a foreign country. And the second important thing is that why India? That is most important, because you would be having a lot of avenues to invest, right? But then why India, and why is it important for all of you to save your money, that your hard-earned money that actually currently you are earning? So therefore, going forward from here, I would like to take you through the presentation. So how much money NRIs invest in India? So this is just a brief information as to what is the saving pattern of the NRIs currently that India is experiencing. So this would also give you an overview that actually it is not only you esteemed persons on this call, but then overall, if we have to see, India is currently experiencing, not only currently, but over a period of time, we are experiencing a huge amount of remittances that are inflowing into the Indian market as of today. So if you see this particular slide and the last column, which is the crux of this entire slide, it is showing that what is the kind of money that is flowing into India in form of the remittances. So if you see the first one, it is talking about the remittances that are flowing into India, right, from the UAE countries. So it is to the tune of 13.8, billion US dollars. If you talk about the US, then it is 11.7 billion dollars. You talk about Saudi Arabia, 11.2 billion US dollars. You talk about Kuwait, 4.6. You talk about Qatar, 4.1 billion US dollars. So if we have to, do a quick calculation in the Indian rupees, it is almost 4.5 lakh crores of Indian rupees actually that are flowing into the Indian market. And all this money is, available, with the Indian market, to be invested. So on the same lines, all of you would also be, in the process of, contemplating that the money that we are earning, right? So where should we park and how should we park? So having said that, if I go to the next slide, okay, the next presentation, the next slide is talking about that. Okay, so the next slide is talking about that. So what is the reason? What are the main reasons that why the NRIs are attracted towards India? So of course, the first most important thing, which I believe very strongly, because I have also stayed abroad for a long period of time, right? My sister also, she's in California, right? My brother-in-law is out there, and then they keep on investing in India. One of the main things that they say is the emotions with the motherland, because ultimately, right, most of the NRIs have to come back to India. There's a lot of emotional attachment with the motherland. Second most important thing is the retirement living, right? So there would be people who would be thinking of a pre-retirement, that they say that, okay, we do not want to, keep on earning till the age of 60 years, right? We have earned a lot. So maybe this person is 50 years or 55 years, and he says that now this is high time that I wish to retire, right? So the retirement, a very comfortable retirement living is what is being sought out, right? Sought after by the people, by the NRIs staying outside, right? India is a huge investment market. We all know that, right? The rate of interest that we get here is substantially higher than the other countries in the world. We all know that. So it's a great domain to invest or to park your money in India. Okay, of course, people who would be looking for business opportunities in India, yes, so they need money in India itself, so that they can invest that kind of a capital out here. So these are the major reasons why the NRIs currently are investing in India to a huge extent.
Sanjay ji, sir, your voice is breaking a little bit.
Okay, so is it better now? Is it better? Is it better?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
little bit.
better.
Yeah, thank you.
It's better.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So to go ahead from here, what are the common concerns or the needs of the NRI people, right? What these people say, that why do they want to invest in India? The customers that we have currently who have been investing. So what is the feedback that they give, right? So they are looking for meeting their long-term requirements of retirement funding when they come back to India. The second is they want that they should be able to meet their expenses. However, they also want to take the inflation into account, because if I am currently, let us say, spending 50,000 rupees per month, right, to lead a particular lifestyle. So maybe after 10 years or 15 years, this 50,000 rupees would not be sufficient. Okay, if I have to put an inflation rate of about 6-7%, this 50,000 rupees might go up to, let us say, 70-75,000 rupees or whatever, as per the future calculations. So therefore, these people also want to do that kind of a calculation, that in the future, right, taking the inflation into account, this is the kind of corpus that I want to create. The third important thing is that they want to meet their long-term financial goals. People want to go abroad, right? They want to, along with their families, they need to do a world tour, or maybe their children, some retirement goals, the financial goals are there, maybe retirement, etc. So the long-term financial goals needs to be met, because of which they want a good amount of corpus to be created. Right, early retirement we have already talked about. So in case if say I am 40 years of age currently, and in my kitty, in my portfolio, if I have already designed, some kind of a investment portfolio, wherein I know that after 20 years or after 15 years, at the age of 55, 60 years, I'm going to get X amount of money, which is going to be guaranteed. I can have a great peace of mind today itself, right? So that is a great benefit that I can have, right? As an NRI, since you are sitting outside, you would be wanting that your capital, when you invest in India, it should be totally secure, and not only secure in these types of uncertainty. However, it should also be able to, attract good returns, and not only good returns, but they should be guaranteed as well. That is most important, because nowadays we know that a lot of unguaranteed returns are coming. In fact, most of the financial instruments that we have, not only in India but the entire world, are non-guaranteed. Maybe they could be bonus based, they could be dividend based, depending on the market fluctuation. So do I have that is something guaranteed? Okay, so that is what I need as an NRI. Okay, to be able to meet the rising health cost during the later part of my life. Very important. We know that the lifestyle diseases are there, and all of us, because of the lifestyle, we tend to, fall in indulge in so many different kind of activities, eating habits, etc. Right? Self-sustainability is very, very important as of today. A thought that actually comes to all the people. Why? Because previously there used to be joint families. So therefore, I remember my father, my uncles were staying together and supporting each other. But nowadays, all of us actually most of the times are staying in nuclear families. So therefore, I need to sustain myself. I need to sustain, or my family needs to sustain themselves. So very important that we need to have that kind of a corpus with us, right? And of course, I need to maintain the lifestyle that currently I am maintaining for myself, as well as the next generation, which could be my kids. So I need to create that kind of a corpus in the future through my earned income currently, so that the next generation can also benefit out of it, right? So these are these concerns or the needs that generally the NRI site, right, whenever they are investing in India. So having said that, fair enough. So we have this understanding, but then why in India? So what are the triggers, right? What are the triggers which ensures that the people actually invest in India? So on the left hand side, you see that we have mentioned the countries and the interest rates. Nothing to talk about it. All of us know about this, right? In the country of residence where you are staying currently, I'm sure that the interest rates are very, very less as compared to in India. In India, we have got good interest rates coming out, right? In the bank fixed deposits, or maybe we have got so many different financial instruments, right? On the right hand side, point wise, you see that, of course, high returns on investment, right? The size of Indian economy, I think it is huge. It is to the tune of currently, I would say, 3,500 crores US dollars. That is the kind of Indian economy that we have. And by 2030, we are anticipating it to go to 7.35 trillion US dollars, the third largest economy in the world. Okay, GDP, if we talk about, it is growing by about 7.4%. Okay, so guaranteed plans, yes. So India is one country wherein you have got this possibility of getting the guaranteed returns, and these guaranteed returns have got high IRRs also, which are the internal rate of returns. So this is the benefit that we have out here, out of the investments, right? If I go to the next point, we are talking about the easy taxation rules. Okay, so these easy taxation rules are for the NRIs. So double taxation. Okay, so this is avoided. So whatever amount of money that you are going to get out of your investment that we are going to suggest, that is going to be absolutely non-taxable. Okay, falling under section 1010D. So that is the best benefit out of all the benefits that we are going to provide through our solutions, right? So having said that what is the importance of investment in India? Why should we invest in India? What are the triggers, right? We have got here a solution to be presented, which is known as a smart wealth plan. Now, this smart wealth plan is, just give me a moment, please. This is smart wealth plan is something which is a guaranteed plan. As I said, in India we have got something which is known as guaranteed, right? And this is the solution that we have. In this plan, you are going to get, in case if someone is investing in it for an X number of period, which I'm going to just tell you, then there's a guaranteed income coming to you for the next 25 or 30 years. There are two options that you can choose. So let us say that a person is 50 years of age, right? And he's going to invest this, he has invested at the age of, let us say, 35 or 40 years, right? So therefore, as soon as the plan matures, post that for 25 long years, for 30 long years, right, the person gets money, which is coming in. That too, it is totally guaranteed. So that is the best part about this product. It is a long-term guaranteed plan that we have to offer. So as you can see here, that you can maintain the same lifestyle during your golden years. There's a regular stream of income coming. Now, when I say golden years, we are specifically talking about the retirement period, but that does not mean that it is only for retirement. You can take it at an early stage. You can wind up the plan by about, say, 45, 50 years or 55 years, and then you can start having the income coming in, right? So if I have to go forward from here and see that how this plan exactly works, then just a moment. Yeah. Okay. So you can choose. You can choose the number of years. Okay. So I guess that it is slightly taking time for the next slide to go to go to the next one. Yeah. Okay. So you can choose the number of years that you want guaranteed income for. So as I said, there are two options: 30 years or 25 years. In case if you want to choose a guaranteed income coming for 30 years, okay, the premium that you have to pay, premium means that the investment that you have to make is going to be only for 6 years. That's all. So you pay the premium only for 6 years, and from the so there is a gap of 1 year. That is the seventh year is a gap. From the 8th year for the next 30 years, you start getting a guaranteed income. Similarly, for the 25 years option, for the 25-year options, you have to invest only for 10 years, right? There is a gap of 1 year, and from the 12th year onwards, for the next 25 years, you start getting a guaranteed income, right? So this is what the benefit out of this is. And if we see on the right hand side, which is going to come on the slide, so you see that we can see that there are two combinations. One is a six years of investment period, and the other is a 10 years of investment period. After which, after a gap of 1 year, you start getting the guaranteed income coming in. Okay, so the same thing I'm going to explain in the form of a case study, right? So this is a case study wherein the proposed age is 35 years. So there's a person who is 35 years of age, right? And his need is that he want a guaranteed income to fill his retirement needs. Not only retirement, any can be any, but in this case study, we are saying that, okay, he wants to fulfill his retirement need, right? So this is the plan that we have proposed, and he has taken a 10 years option. So as you can see, the premium that is being paid or the investment that this person is doing is 5 lakh rupees. You can see at the bottom. So I'm at the bottom of the slide. You can see that, the premium that he's paying is total 5 lakh rupees per year. So that means total in 10 years, he has invested 50 lakh rupees, right? Now from the 12th year onwards, you can see this from the 12th year onwards, he is going to get the fixed payment amount, right? And this payment account continues for 25 years. Now, what is the guaranteed income per year that he's going to get? It is 4,74,000 rupees. I will repeat, it is 4,74,000 rupees, as you can see written here in the box, right? And this is going to continue for 25 years. Okay, so this amounts to about 1.18 crores. If I have to multiply 4,74,000 with 25, it amounts to 1 crores 18 lakhs. And the beauty of this entire investment is that at the end, that means at the age of 71 year, when this particular proposition expires, then at that point of time, the entire 50 lakh rupees that had been invested in this particular plan are going to be returned back to the person who has taken this plan. Okay, so therefore, if we have to see that, okay, what I have invested and what is that I'm going to get at the end. So therefore, you can see that the give and get ratio, if we talk about, we have paid 50 lakhs, and the total amount of money that you are going to get is 1.68 crores, which is two parts. One is 1.18 crores, which has come to you in a period of 25 years at the rate of 4,74,000 rupees per year, and at the end we are getting 50 lakhs back. So the entire amount of 1.68 crores actually is coming back to this person. So therefore, if I have to calculate the give and get ratio, that means what is the amount that I have paid and what is the total amount of money that I'm going to get, right? It is going to be 3.37 times, as you can see here in the slide. Okay, so it is 1.68 crores that I've got, which is 3.37 times. It is a huge amount of money that I'm going to get. But the beauty of the beauty is that the entire thing is guaranteed, right? So this is the first benefit, that in case if I'm surviving there, what happens. Now let us see that what happens in case if the customer or the person who has taken this plan unfortunately meets with the expected event which happens in all our lives, is the death. So in case if this person has to die, let us say any year for that matter. So let us say as an example in the third year, then in the third year, there is a fixed amount of money guaranteed which goes to the nominee, right? Which is minimum 11 times of the annualized premium that he has paid, right? So if 5 lakh rupees is the premium that he's paying, minimum amount is 5 lakhs into 11, which becomes 55 lakhs. However, there are three propositions here. So as you can see, it is higher of these three, right? Which is 11 times the annualized premium he has paid, or 105% of all the premiums that he has paid till that point of time, right? Or any amount that is being assured by the company. So he gets in higher of these three, but the minimum being 55 lakhs in this case, which is 11 times of the premium. So this is the beauty of this particular proposition, wherein, so if you see the other products that are available in the market, which are the investment products, right? So in case if the person has to die in between, then it is only the capital amount that has been invested till that point of time, along with the interest that has accrued. It could be 3%, 4%, whatever. So whatever interest has got accrued till that point of time, plus the total investment that he has done, that is the only amount of money that goes to the nominee, and that too, it is taxable. However, in this particular proposition, it is 11 times the single premium or the single investment that has been made. So this is what the beauty of this entire proposition is. Okay. Now, at this point of time, I would also like to restate one thing, which is a beautiful thing that we have out here. It is an amazing proposition that we have, is that let us say that the person. So this, when I was talking about this particular thing, it is during the time that the investment is being made. So that means that has happened during the time that the investment is being made. That means within 10 years. However, what if the death of the customer happens during the payout period? That means from 12th year till the end of the 25th year. So what happens during that period? So in case in that period, if the death has to happen, then in that case, the product has been designed in such a way that this regular income, which was being given to the customer, would continue to go to the nominee, right? So at that point of time, we are not going to give this lump sum amount of money. However, at that point of time, whatever income was supposed to go to the customer, had he been alive, would continue to go to the nominee till the end of the payout period. That means till the end of 25 years or 30 years. So this is what gives this particular investment a huge boost, right? And that too, the entire thing is guaranteed. Okay. Right. So having said that, let us talk about the final give and get. So if you see, we have got a different modal points. One is at 30 years, the other is at 40 years, and the other is at 50 years, right? So we have got two propositions, as I said. One is the 6 years, and the other is 10 years when you have to pay the payment. So if we are talking about the 10, because the 10 is the one which is more lucrative, right? Which is going to give you more returns. So it is almost 195% in case if the person is 30 years of age and he's investing this money for 10 years, then at the end of the payout period, he gets 195% of whatever he has invested. If the person is 40 years of age, he gets 194.6%. You can see that 94.60% is the total amount of money that comes in the form of regular payouts, and the entire premium of 1 crores which he has paid is also going to come out, right? The example we have taken is a 1 CR. Okay, so this is 194.6%. If we see a 50-year person, then the total amount of money that he gets is 192%, and so on and so forth, right? So you can see that, and this entire thing is guaranteed. And this is what the beauty of this entire plan is. Okay, so if I have to go forward from here, just to talk about some important things wherein we are talking about the ages. So any person from the age of 7 years, right? So 7 years till 60 years, can we propose this long-term solution, 7 years to 60 years, right? And the minimum premium here is 1 lakh. So therefore, it would be always advisable. It is always advisable to go in for a long-term proposition out here. Okay, so a long-term investment, which is about anything about 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs. The more amount of money that you invest, the more guaranteed returns that you get at the back, right? In case if any existing customer is there of ours, any existing customer who has already taken a policy or who has already invested in this, then in his, at the time of taking this proposition, okay, a 2% discount is going to be applicable, right, on the investment that he's going to make. Okay, so having said that, I will go on to the final phase of this presentation, wherein we say that you have got various investment avenues that are available to you in India, right? For example, you can invest in direct stocks, right? You can invest in gold. You have got fixed deposits. You have got PPF. You have got NSC, government bonds, real estate, mutual funds, right? And finally, saving products. But if you see all the instruments from point number 1 till point number 6, they have got their own drawbacks. They have got their own setbacks. Okay, they can sustain your income, right? They are good investments. However, if I have to talk about the best thing that is available in the market, then nothing like a saving product when we are talking about guaranteed returns, right? Because in most of the above things that you can see on this slide is that either it is taxable or the IRR is not good. If we talk about real estate, it is a very good investment. However, there is a certain kind of uncertainty as of now. However, the certainty will go out after some time, and you can get real good returns after X number of years. In real estate as well, if we talk about mutual funds, then mutual funds, very difficult for the NRIs to invest in mutual funds as of now. There is TDS, there is long-term capital gains, and so on and so forth. However, it is only the saving products, right? Okay, wherein you get the entire benefit, which is totally tax exempted, right? You don't have to pay any tax on it. And the proposition that I have just told you, right, that is totally guaranteed. So that is the best part about the entire thing. Okay, so if I have to highlight some of the points that why only in this proposition coming to you from the largest non-banking financial organization in India by the name of Max Life, then it has got a huge financial strength, right? If you see, we have got a asset under management which is to the extent of 72,000 crores, right? It is a huge kind of a AUM that we have been able to build in, right? Since 2001, we are very strongly established in India. Okay, so this is under a joint venture partnership with Mitsui Sumitomo, which is a Japanese company, right? Huge quality of advice that we offer to all our investors. One of the most important thing that all of you looking at is that what happens once I take this product or any solution, right? What is the after sale service, which is one of the most important thing that every one of us need. And I can assure you that this organization is one of the best in terms of offering after sales service, right? You would not find at any point of time that you are not getting service, your queries are not getting settled at any point of time, right? uh, so there is a huge governance system that we have all around, because very strongly regulated by the regulating authority of India, which is insurance, which is the regulatory authorities which are there which have been floated by government of India. So huge governance systems are there, and this organization is also driven by strong values, strong cultures. And one of the most important culture that we work with is customer obsession, right? Customer obsession. So whatever our endeavors are, right, we totally work by taking the customers into account, into picture. Okay, so having said that, so in case if any person wants to invest, yeah, who is staying abroad, then not necessarily that you have to be in India. We have got a model by the name of e-model, right? So through which the investments can be made in India, right? Very easy documentation processes there, right? It is not cumbersome at all. Okay, the good part is that you can also pay through the foreign currency in case if you require. So point number 4, foreign currency, if you apply, if you make payment through foreign currency, any person, then you also tend to forego the GST on it, right? So there's no GST that a person has to pay on foreign currency. So that benefit can also be taken, right? So this is the point that I was talking about. If we talk about the remittances, that means, at the time of taking the payment, how does it happen? So therefore, we have got very good systems wherein, the remittances can be taken in whatever account you wish to. So for example, there's an NRO account or an NRE account, or a foreign currency account that you have. So any account that you have made the payment from, right, the reimbursements can be made in those accounts. Okay, so that is not an issue at all. So it depends upon what you seek. If I have to talk about the claim settlement ratio that we have, it is to the tune of 99.22%, which is the highest in India as of today in terms of, settling the claims, which I was talking about in case if the person dies, right? So what is the amount of settlement that we do? So there's a huge amount of settlement claims that we have in India as well. Okay. So therefore, this was the brief presentation that I had to make. So if I have to summarize the entire thing, I would say that. So I would say that for all the esteemed customers, all the esteemed people who are on this call, it is very, very important that, we need to start thinking that what is that area and what is that avenue that you can park your high earned money as of today, right? And it is very, very important for all of us to think that what are the various avenues, whether the avenue is guaranteed or not guaranteed. Okay, which is the organization that I am going to park my money with. Okay, I also need to think about the taxability component, because if I pay taxes on the returns, then I tend to lose out on a lot of money, okay, which I don't want at this point of time. So I need to take care of that as well. Okay. So as far as the investment product is concerned, I need to see that whether my capital is safe or not, and if it is safe, then what is the give and get, that I get. So as I say, that it is almost to the tune of about 3 to 3.5 times as to the kind of investment that I'm making. I need to see that, for how long would I be covered under this, and so therefore it is a long term, 25 to 30 years. So the entire future can be taken care of in case if I start investing in this kind of a product, right? So having said that, I think it is one of the best things that can be offered to all of you. So I hope that all of you, have understood the entire proposition as it was supposed to. So thank you so much for patiently listening to me. Over to you, Nitin.
Uh, Thank you, Mr. Sanjay. That was a very, very insightful presentation. And as I mentioned in the beginning, we need a product. And I'm amazed, no GST, no taxes, a long-term secured income. And as I mentioned, since I've been dealing in NRI markets, this is something not just for NRIs, but this is something I'm planning to take for myself, because it is very important nowadays with so much uncertainty that we have a product, which gives us a secured income. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, we also have a very eminent person, Mr. Dinesh Mantri, who is the Vice President and Head for NRI business with us. Mr. Dinesh, you're there, right?
I am there, Nitin. Thank you. You are able to hear me?
It's a privilege to have you on the call. We actually have a few questions coming in. So I thought I'll just have you answer some of those questions, which will be wealth of information for people who have logged into the call. One of the very common questions that comes in is like people prefer to invest, say, from NRE account. I mean, as a resident, we can invest from any account, like the savings account, but from NRI, one question is if someone is investing from his NRE accounts, so would the income that accrue to him during the guaranteed period, payout period, can he also get that income into NRE account?
Yeah, sure. Will you allow me to switch on my video? I think there is a...
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sure. No, I think there is a...
So some background noise is coming.
Is it clear now?
We can manage it, so please go ahead.
Okay, sure. So I understood the question. The question is whether if a person who is a non-resident of India and he is investing money from his non-resident external account to a life insurance policy of Max Life, will he get back the money, the maturity or the claim back to his NRE account? If this is the question, then answer is yes, definitely, for sure. The reason is the Reserve Bank of India guidelines which manages the Foreign Exchange Management Act, it clearly mentions that if the person has paid money from his NRE account, then the life insurance company can pay back to his NRE or NRO as per the choice of the client at the time of taking the withdrawal.
Right. Right.
To add to this point, one more important point I would like to highlight is, in case the client has paid money from his let's say UAE based bank, or US dollar, or any other foreign currency, then Max Life can pay back at the time of withdrawal. It can pay back to your own country wherever you live in your any currency as per your choice, or to NRE account or to NRO account as per your choice, and this choice has to be taken at the time of withdrawal. So you can change the choice as per your your wish.
Right. All right. Now we can see also. Thank you.
Sure.
The other pertinent question that comes in is like, because it is a long-term policy. So the income that we are talking about, it is going to be absolutely tax-free throughout the policy term.
Okay, so that's a question I always like. I'm a chartered accountant, so taxes always comes in picture when we talk about investments. So life insurance proceeds in India, whether you are a non-resident or whether you are a resident, whether you are a OCI card holder or you are an Indian citizen, irrespective of that, the life insurance proceeds in India are completely tax exempted. So, which means the product which Sanjay mentioned, Smart Wealth Plan, and the product likewise. So, this is one product which Sanjay mentioned. There are multiple other products available. You can actually decide upon which kind of product you like to. But from a tax point of view, this is very clear. Under Section 10, subsection 10D of Income Tax Act of India, all the proceeds from life insurance are tax exempted in India. Over to you.
I think other common question, I think it's a concern of many, because when people are buying such a long-term product, the idea is that this income should accrue to them if they are not there, to their immediate family and then to the children. So the question is, like, I think it has been answered, it has been covered in the presentation, but I want to re-emphasize because it is one of the very common concern of people. So what happens if the primary person who has taken the product, if he is not around, if something happens to him during the policy period, if something happens to him after paying the premium, and how does this income accrue to his nominee and related to his children?
Sure, I understood. And if we are referring to the Smart Wealth Plan product specifically, because they are different products and therefore different products work differently. But if I pose this question on the product which Sanjay mentioned, which is Smart Wealth Plan, in that product, during the premium payment term, during the time when you are paying the money, at that time, if in case of an unfortunate event of death happens, then we pay 11 times of the annual premium to your family immediately. That's a answer to that. If this unfortunate event happens during the phase when we get the income, then this income will continue to come to the family members to their bank account as per their choice. As I mentioned, if you have paid all the premiums from NRE, then if they also hold a NRE account, it can go to NRE account. If they hold a NRO account, we will send them to NRO account. If you paid in let's say US dollar or any other foreign currency, then they can also take in any currency as per their choice. So if the family members are, let's say, settled in Australia, they want to get in Australian dollar, we can send money in Australian dollar as well.
So that's wonderful. So another very common thread that's coming in is, actually asked by a couple of my existing clients, in case the person stops being an NRI during the paying period, will he be eligible to avail this scheme? So I think the question is that if people move resident become NRI or NRI becomes resident, And in case the person retires to India after paying from the UAE account, will he get the returns during the payout period in the same NR account with the tax benefits? So I think it's a question of
Surely, I
how
understood.
does it payment?
Yeah, very well understood. This is a common question which we get from our clients, and by the way, this is a very very important question. That's why it comes from many clients. Um, so very important answer. The answer is the change in the residential status. NRI is a residential status, which means whether you are in India for 182 days or more, whether you are outside India for 182 days or more, that's a residential status from a tax purposes. So, whether you are a resident of India, whether you are a non-resident of India, the changes in the residential status or the changes in the country in which you live, that does not impact any of the benefits of the life insurance policy. I'll give you an example. If let's say today I live in India and I took a life insurance policy for Max Life, and after 2 years maybe, or maybe after 7 months, I got a job opportunity in Italy. I went there, and therefore I live there now. So will it change any benefits of the policy? Answer is no. It will not change anything. However, let's say currently I live in UAE and I pay from my AED, the currency of UAE, and after 5 years I move back to India at the time of my retirement. Now, will it impact the benefits? Answer is not even iota of benefits. It will change. So everything will remain same. I will add one more point to this. Even if you change the citizenship, not only just residential status, even if you change the citizenship, then also it does not impact the policy at all. Which means, let's say today I am a resident of India. Now after 3 years I move to Canada. I became a non-resident, and after let's say years I got the citizenship of Canada. So I became a Canadian citizenship. I became the citizen of Canada. Will it impact any benefit of the policy? Definitely not. Even a single benefit will get changed. Everything will remain intact. Over to you.
So thank you. A lot of questions are coming in. I will take two last questions. I'm just trying to ensure that.
Yeah, please go ahead. I think it's important. Yeah, I think we should, answer all the questions, and that's a good thing that people are asking questions.
So, there are a couple of common threads which I'm again trying to selectively ask you. One is because again it is a long-term income is going to accrue over the next 25-30 years. What if someone needs a premature withdrawal? So they need the money in between. Is there an option that you
Surely.
have?
So that's a very, very important question. I think Sanjay did mention this, or if not, then I will do that. The vision of Max Life is to be the most admired life insurance company by securing the financial future of our customers. When we say this, we mean to say that whenever, when we say admired, we mean to say that whenever a client wants to think about to invest or to take a life insurance policy, the first company he or she should think is Max Life. All our work, all our thing which we do for our is for this to actually cater to this vision and road towards this this vision. Now, we do understand that the financial status of clients of anyone can actually can be different when he took the policy or when he started the investment and during the time of investment. So today when I invested money, I may be in a good financial condition, and after 3-4 years my financial condition may not be good. Or today I want to invest money in this policy, which is good policy, but after 4 years I feel that no, this is not the right policy I should have taken. I should have actually taken some other product, or I want to invest money in some other product. Now, so it could be anyways. So we understand this. Therefore, we need to give flexibility to our clients. This flexibility we have built in almost all our products, and especially the product which Sanjay mentioned was Smart Wealth Plan. In this product, if you paid 2 years premium, if a client pays 2 years premium and after that he or she doesn't pay the premium, in case of any of the unforeseen circumstances happens, or financial status changes or something like that, then also all the benefits which were supposed to come to the client will become proportionate. So means, for example, if I took a life insurance investment which I was supposed to pay for 10 years, and I was supposed to get X amount for 25 years, now I paid only 2 years, so which means I paid 20%. Therefore all the benefits will become 20%, and the maturity amount will be also what I paid back. So exactly in the same proportion the client will get. So therefore there is not even a single amount of loss which happens to the client, and this option is open when a client pays for at least 2 years.
Thank you. We'll
Yeah,
take
over
the
to you,
last
Nitin.
question, which I think is very beautiful, looking at the current scenario. And generally, when people look at India as an investment destination, the question is like, when you say guaranteed products, many people want to know what is the assurity that this amount will be secured. This is more coming from how they can trust that the amount is completely secure throughout, because it is a long term. So what are the regulations in place and those things, so that they can get confidence getting into the product.
Surely, that's a good question. In fact, if I would have been an investor, I would always ask this question: that how are you able to give this guarantee? How are you able to manage this guarantee? What is the guarantee that you are getting this guarantee? So those questions will always arise, and we do understand this. Let me try answer this. Number one, when a life insurance product gives any guarantee, and not just for Max Life purposes, in India, any life insurance company, the regulations are very, very what's it, tightly made, and they are also ensured that every product which says that this is guaranteed, it is written on the policy document that this is guaranteed. If it is not written, then it is not guaranteed. If it is written guaranteed, it will be written as guaranteed. Now, how this guarantee comes? This guarantee comes because in the product which mentions that the returns or the maturity value is guaranteed, all the money is invested in sovereign sovereign guarantee bonds, which is issued by central government of India and state government of India. So there are bonds which are issued by central government and state government of India. Those comes with sovereign guarantee. Now, how much they are guaranteed? I think we will never get any product or any bond in India which is much better guaranteed than that. It is guaranteed by the government of India. Now, therefore, they are highest possible guarantee available, AAA rated bond, and these are bonds available for longer duration. That's why we are able to give guarantee for 30 long years. Actually, government of India bonds, you can actually go to your web browser and choose to use any search engines like Google and Bing and others. Just you can type out sovereign guarantee bonds by central government and state government of India, and you will find 30 years, 25 years, 20 years, 40-year bonds. There are 40 years bonds available to invest in. You can also invest, by the way. However, as a non-resident, you cannot invest. I mean to say, you can invest means as an Indian resident or Indian citizen living in India, they can invest. Non-resident are not allowed to invest in government of India securities. There are few securities which they allow to invest by the NRIs and OCIs. So we invest in those bonds, and therefore we are able to give this guarantee. Secondly, there are solvency margins which every life insurance company has to invest with the regulator. We have made 2.07 times of what is required by the regulator, so which is very, very good. And which Sanjay mentioned, we manage 65,000 crore rupees of asset under management. Max Life is the 10th largest manager in India. Among the life insurance, we have the largest amount of participating fund, which is managed by Max Life for its 40 lakh policy holders. So, and this is 20th year of operations, and the business is growing at a very very fast rate. In this situation, and in all these credentials, really ensures that the money which you are investing is completely safe. You don't have to worry. Yes, if you invest in equity related products, there is no guarantee. Equity is always equity. Even principal is not guarantee, because that investment is done in equity. Equity can go up and down wherever it is mentioned completely. It's a little long answer, but I think it was important for me to mention that.
No, definitely, sir. Thank you so much.
I can see there are questions related to NRIs. There are few questions I would like to add here. I think I can see the question answers. You have mentioned NRO, NRE. Let me clarify this. If pays from his NRE account, external account, then the client can take back money to his NRE or NRO as per his choice. This choice he or she can make at the time of withdrawal. If the client has made, say, Australian dollar, dirham, dinar, maybe US dollar, whichever, or euro, British pound, any other currency, then the client can ask us to pay either in any currency or in Indian NRE or in Indian NRO as per his choice. So this is the maturity claim. Yeah.
All right, sir. So I think it was a very, very good session in terms of the information. I think that everyone who was part of it. And to each individual, to each attendee, sir, make sure that someone in our team get in touch with you. We will create a custom registration for you, give you all the information, because I personally believe that this product is just right given the current environment, given the long-term assurity of the income. Mr. Dinesh ji, Sanjay ji, and everyone, thank you so much for your time today. And everyone have a wonderful day, and we'll touch base. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Nitin. Thank you. Thanks, Dinesh.
Thank you.